feel like I don't know whether they kind of don't understand why I get all these TV dates around the world. Like, I think they feel like the industry, and this isn't really Oscar, I'm going to go into other people, but they kind of feel like the industry owes them something. So when someone comes in and signs a big TV deal, they think that should have been them. But it wasn't. Do you know what I mean?
So it's a rivalry between the DAZN family, in other words?
I wasn't actually talking about Oscar then.
Okay.
I was talking more about other people. You know, I'll say, like, people like Leonard Ellaby, who doesn't have a TV deal, and Lou Dibella, who doesn't have a TV deal, they feel like they should have my dates. Honestly. Like, but they haven't got any fighters, and they're not really relevant within the target market or the same. Do you know what I mean? So I won those dates, and I've got them. But they kind of, I don't know, it's a really, like, it's difficult to explain, but it's the most fucked industry I've ever, like, worked in. I've worked in all sports. I've worked in golf, gambling. Billiards. I've worked in everything, and there's nothing like it. Like, you know, we sold out this place 3 weeks ago for the darts, and darts is the most wonderful world. Everyone's so thankful, everyone gets on, and boxing is the most bitter environment. And even fans, you know, like you've seen it this week with Canelo, it's so bizarre. It's like, you know, people that, you've got the PBC fans, you've got the Matchroom fans. It's like, guys, we all just want, that's why when people ask me about, they say, Eddie, PBC are having a good year. I say, yeah, fantastic. I can't wait for Spence Crawford.
Speaking of that, Eddie, when it came to the Spence Crawford thing, right, there was a huge divide between, it seemed, fan bases and regions in America, namely the South and the East Coast, Eastern fan bases. You were, just to touch on that, do you think it's kind of weird that the fan bases now are kind of like, it's almost like a Bloods versus Crips thing, where it's Matchroom versus PBC versus Golden Boy? Do you
think like you should support? Listen, I'm very thankful for people for supporting Matchroom, but you should really support the fighters, not who they're with. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I think that Spence and Crawford deserve a huge amount of credit because they've taken the fight that we all want to see. I don't care. Like, at no point do I look at that and go, damn, I can't believe PBC have got that fight. I look at it and go, what a great fight. I'm going to tune in. I mean, lucky enough, I'm in the UK. I won't have to pay $84.99. But I'll be watching the fight. Don't worry about that. So, and I think it's brilliant for the sport.
I do want to ask you, Eddie, speaking about the money that fans are investing in the sport, especially hardcore fans, $225 a year. There's a very important fight that took place earlier today in Japan between Ioka and Franco, the rematch. No outlet here in the United States. I've heard that it's the same story in the UK. Is there any way that we can get Ioka in against one of your top guys in the lower weight classes?
I think Ioka against Chocolatito is a really good fight. I mean, I saw some stuff online that obviously all of our shows are shown around the world, every country in the world. But the Showtime card tonight wasn't available in the UK. I've got to tell you guys, and some of you know this, some of you don't. The audience is very small, right? When I was with Sky, we used to acquire a lot of US cards. And at 4 o'clock in the morning, there isn't a lot of people watching live. And we see that tonight. And it's the same for Belenga Quigley in the UK. You know, there's, I don't know, 10, 15,000 people watching live, and in the morning, they'll watch it on demand. Yeah. But the problem is, like, and a great example is Ioka against Franco.
Great fight.
Yeah, but it's so niche. So niche, right? You've got to understand, like, if the Zone have got, you know, I won't tell you, but, you know, close to 1 million subscribers, do you know how many people would have watched Ioka Franco? I promise you, I know the viewership. Like, it's so niche, and it's such a good fight, and they do have to get the decision right between servicing the hardcore fight fans that have spent their money, and also the value of the rights fee versus how many people will watch. And that's why cards like the Showtime card tonight isn't acquired by the UK, because they're saying we're not going to pay $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 because there's like less than 2,000 people are going to watch. Yeah. So it's just a business thing. But the Zone is a little bit different because it's a boxing service. So they need to make sure they keep providing value for subscribers.
Plus, you're out in the